Hi everybody, I'm David Gravett. I'm an editor at the Huckberry Journal, bringing you to the remote gear lab to show you my car camping essentials. I was raised in Denver, Colorado, but we never really did like any of the hiking and camping. We were what my brother referred to as house cats. When I moved to Austin, Texas, and I met my girlfriend, we started going to Big Bend a lot. There are certain essentials that I need to bring with me, so I'm gonna show you a few of those things. It's not everything that I bring. I really like to have a fire when I'm camping. I roast some marshmallows, just have the general ambiance of a fire. So the 3 items from Gerber that make that a lot more successful are the camp saw, the pack hatchet, and the ultimate survival knife. This is nice if you have some bigger pieces that you need to break down a little bit. This is also gonna be really useful for splitting wood. This third tool, the ultimate survival knife, has this little nifty feature. If you forgot your matches, if you forgot your fire at home, or you're just really trying to rough it out here, you can just spark it. I like bringing the Gerber Gorge shovel. Fortunately, this campsite has a bathroom. Not every campsite's gonna have a bathroom, so if I need to dig a hole, if I need to move a little debris around, really useful for if I need to move the coals around in the fire to get it roaring again. Very packable, very condensed. You can fit this in your gearbox, no problem with everything else here that I also brought. Where I usually start in the morning is I'll boil some water, and then I have the Snow Peak coffee drip, and it's just like a easy, simple, packable setup that I can get going with immediately as the day starts. And not only is this like really good for like boiling the water in the morning, but if say I like don't have my cup, I can drink my coffee out of this. If I'm gonna use this to cook, I can eat my meals out of this. And if at the end of the day I wanna drink beer out of this, I can drink beer out of it. I just always make sure to clean it. Next in a list of essentials for me is going to be my cooking apparatus. Basically getting my kitchen really right is important to me. So not only is it about having the ability to have a warm cup of coffee, but it's also really nice to if I'm gonna be doing just a weekend of car camping, or I'm gonna be doing a single night of car camping, having something like this is just gonna really elevate my quality of life out in the wilderness. I'm not looking to rough it extra. I'm not trying to go Christopher McCandless style, but it is really nice to have this. So I like to bring my Eureka spark stove here and my cast iron from home. Along with that, I'm gonna want a really great utensil to bring, something that I don't need to bring, both a fork, a spoon, maybe even a knife, something that I can just do everything with. The one I really like is the Gerber Devour multi-fork. It's great if I'm just pushing bacon or sausages in here, if I'm making a one-pot SpaghettiOs, getting ramen out of the Stanley. This comes off of it. If I'm cracking beers, it's essential to have something like this. It's nice to have music when you're trying to relax. This is the speaker that I bring. It's just my little red Bose speaker. Had it for a while. It's not even mine, it's my girlfriend's, but that means I kind of inherited it. So, okay, this little thing, I bring it with me wherever I go. I'll bring it to the library as often as I bring it when I'm outdoor camping. It's the bare bones power pack. It's got about 4 hours of battery life if I'm running my lights. If I need to charge my phone, because maybe my phone's losing a little bit of battery, it's got this little nifty feature on it. If I'm trying to find the bathroom at night, it's like a little lantern. Very useful to have. The next thing that I love having out here are my LED lights that I plug right here into the bare bones power amp. This really elevates my quality of life out here. It's so nice to just hang them in my tent at night and be able to have a great light source to be able to read. Even if I'm just changing my clothes at night and I don't want to have to rely on my headlamp, it's really nice to just have these. You're gonna want to bring some first aid with you. This is one that I really liked from Uncharted Supply Company. Super compact, but it's got everything you need in here. It's got bandages, it's got an emergency blanket, cotton gauze swabs, wound closure. It's got tape, washing wounds, irritating eye, gloves, cleaning wipes. Yeah, you're gonna be okay. Oh yeah, and it's got a CPR kit. Yeah. If you're familiar with any of the work that I've done for Huckberry at this point, if you've watched my EDC dump, if you're reading anything on the journal that I'm writing, you're gonna know that I really like bringing books wherever I go. Being out here, it's nice to gather your thoughts, do a little bit of journaling, just do some writing, just maybe try to crack a new story. Just journal about what's been going on in my life. Yeah, it's important to get out here and write a little bit. Finally, after a long day of drinking coffee, making good food, reading books, hanging out, it's important to get a good night's sleep. So, of course, got my sleeping bag here. This one is made by Big Agnes out of Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and it gets the job done. Speaking of getting a good night of sleep, I brought my tent with me, which is made by Alps Mountaineering. I got it off of Craigslist for a pretty sweet deal. I don't think they had like even really opened it, so feels like mine. I'm not looking to have the best of the best. I'm not looking to have anything that's gonna be able to like withstand a hurricane, but I just like to have a place to like lay my head at night, and it gets the job done. This thing is an absolute hoss. This is also brought to you by Gerber. It's important to have a multi-tool. There's gonna be myriad things that you maybe don't anticipate when you're at camp, that if you have something like this, it's just going to be immensely helpful, especially if you're seeking, like I'm seeking, you're seeking comfort. You're gonna have something that's just gonna be able to like solve a problem. It's got pliers, it's super useful. It's like got these little scissors on it, which are really great when I'm like cutting paracord, if I'm gonna like hang lights. These were my essentials for getting out there, feeling like I'm off the grid. I'm still pretty new to camping, but I feel like I have confidence going out into the world now, and I think a lot of that came from just finding what worked for me. All right, folks, thanks for joining us. This has been David Gravette's Car Camping Essentials. You got that beer? We'll see you out there. Whew. Till next time.